I was actually really excited to get this custom underway because the first time I was ever introduced to Red Hood was in Arkham Knight, and it's also my favorite iteration of the character. Hi, my name's Jonathan from Somber Hill, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made my custom Red Hood figure from Arkham Knight. So actually taking a look at the figure, it came really nice. I didn't actually know that there were Arkham figures at all from any of the games until I started going to the comic book store that I got this figure. Taking it out of the box, it's really nice plastic. The articulation is okay. The right arm on mine seems to be really loose, and I can't get him in an aiming position or really a decent crouching position, which is a big bummer because that's kind of what you'd want to do with a figure like this, especially this character. But aside from that, it's a beautiful figure. Everything that's supposed to be silver was silver. It wasn't as distressed as I would have liked it to be, but that's the whole reason that we're going through this video. And the base to start with is gorgeous, and I love this figure right out of the box. So when doing this custom, I decided to just use really basic acrylic paints. I love using this pavement color because it's not as a stark contrast as black would be. And then I just decided to use some glossy and matte Mod Podge. It's the first time I've ever used it, but it worked amazing. And then some other paints in there with some silver rub and buff, and this is going to help bring out the metals, really make them look like metal and shine, which I thought looked pretty cool. To start off, I did a dark wash with my pavement over the whole body of the figure just to add some minor depth to his suit. After I did the pavement wash, I actually wanted to add another wash of a darker metallic black paint. I think it just adds a little bit more texture and helps it stand out just a little bit more. After I got done doing the washes, I wanted to bring in some detail that was missing from the figure initially, and I decided to paint the armor, the red pieces that are on his upper arm, and I actually had this brick red paint that matches the chest logo perfectly. After I painted the armor pieces, I moved on to doing a dry brush with the silver leaf rub and buff. I went around all the parts of the figure that were already supposed to be metallic and just highlighted their detail, made the edges look scuffed, made things shine just a little bit more, and I think it helps the metal to look battle damaged. Here I'm going over the upper arm pieces with some more glossy finisher, and then I would actually go over them with silver to make them look scuffed, and then go over it with more finisher at the end. After that, I moved on to adding some dirt to the boots. I went ahead and watered down some orange and brown paint and mixed it together, and it made the perfect color, and it wasn't too overbearing once it dried. It actually looked really clean. After working on the boots, I wanted to jump on actually weathering his sniper rifle, and the simplest way I thought to do that would just be a dark wash, and then to scrape the edges and sides of the barrel with the silver rub and buff, and that's exactly what I did, and I think it came out really cool. I went over all the armor pieces with some more finisher just to make sure everything stayed sealed and looked really good. Next, I painted on the white camo that was actually missing from the figure on the torso, the legs, and the back of the figure. After I painted the white camo pieces, I decided to do the chest in white and rub it away to give it a really distressed look. I think that this matches the game a lot better than the figure came originally. And I also went in and scraped away the paint at the logo on his chest, and went in and added more paint to the logo to make it look more accurate to the way that it does in the game. I also went in with the rub and buff on the chest just to give it more of a shine. I love the way that it looks in some of the screenshots from the game, and I really wanted to mimic that look. I then went in with another dark wash over certain parts of the figure that I thought were too bright, from the white paint to the dry brush with the silver. I wanted to make sure everything stayed super gritty and dark. Next, I went over the chest logo and some of the camo on the legs with this red ink. I love the way that this dries. I think it adds a really nice color. And then here I'm adding the finisher on the rest of the body, everything that needs to be finished that hasn't already been sealed off. I used matte for the body, and I used a mix of matte and glossy for the chest, and then glossy for the chest emblem. And here's a slideshow of all of the best photos I got after the figure was finished. Off camera, I did actually go through and add a little bit more fine details with the red, did some more scuffs on the shoulder pads and a few more scuffs on the knee pads that I thought were missing. But all in all, the figure's done, and I think it looks really great. I think it looks accurate, and I think I took something that was already a really nice DC collectible and just made it even more of a collectible, at least for me, in my opinion. I think it's even better now that it's more accurate, and I really wish that we could get it in some really cool poses, but for what it's worth, he looks menacing just standing straight up. So I'm super happy with the way that it came out, and I can't wait to show you guys what more customs I want to do in the future. So thank you for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.